Terry. Well, welcome everybody back. That was a nice intermission. We don't normally get those.
No,
that's the first one in a long time. But it's nice to have Matt and Terry here representing John Nader, and I guess you have a presentation. So you'd like to come up, and you want me to go down there? Okay. You're going to do a little speech first. Okay.
Very short.
Oh,
use the mic.
Are you not doing the politician speech?
No, John gets paid to do that.
John get paid?
Yeah, I don't know. He says he gets paid. So, as most of you know, hopefully, this is Canada's 150th anniversary. Canada's sesquicentennial. Man,
Wow. That's a good
John has got it down pat because he's been saying it so many times. Canada's 150 for all the rest of us. So basically, what John has provided you today with is Canada 150 pins. Nice little metal pins. They're limited edition. Only a few hundred, I believe, are given to each MP. So he's trying to give it to all the councils. So obviously, Minto Council. And we also have a flag for the town, which I will present George as well. It's just basically a celebration of Canada's 150. John knows, and we all know, lots of events, Minto and around, going on, so it's very busy. John's Canada Day schedule is like military clockwork. But John will be out and about, and we'll all be out and about. So that's Happy Canada 150. I think.
Thanks you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, do you want to all come up?
Great.
Let's all do it together. Thank you very much.
Pins. Gorgeous pins.
Thank you.
I'll keep bronze.
Very nice. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we should put them on. That's right.
Why wouldn't we put them on?
So maybe you could do it over by
Can
G.
we put it on, Dave?
I was just gonna say. Well, I have to try and get out of here and back in.
No,
again.
no, you're in the picture.
Yeah.
You could put it.
You're gonna be right there.
Right about here.
Matt,
I'll
will
just-
those flags be for sale?
Yeah, oh yeah. If you want to buy, if you want to buy any, the town wants to buy anything or anything, just email me at the main email address, and we have.
Because I'm doing a 150.
We have reputable sources, basically. Perth County already emailed me yesterday and was like, who do we buy Canada 150 stuff from? And I'm like, oh, okay. And I was like, John's office also bought some extra stuff from reputable sources because there is some.
And if you run out,
as opposed to fake one.
the Home Hardwares have them as well, the flags. Well, I was going to keep G company.
That's a good idea. That's nice. Then I don't look like an oddball. Thank you. As much of an oddball.
Okay, we want to make sure that.
Gotta be over.
Is that going to work or not?
I would unveil it underneath.
Yeah, let's go over here and do it.
Yeah, let's. And some people could go behind.
I certainly didn't ask for this. Yeah, I broke my leg on purpose just for this photo op. Yeah. That's what I did.
You could put some people in the back too.
You could come in behind us, the rest of them.
Yeah, some people in the back.
Do you want me to hold it?
We good? Okay, I'm gonna fit. Okay.
Dave, you get to the back.
You can straighten George's.
Yeah. You don't get to hold hands while you're doing
putting some ears
pictures.
on.
Would you like me to stand up?
She can,
I
kind of.
can stand up. No, I just stand on the one leg.
Now you fire away,
Like a store.
We're
Think
looking
of
at
me
me
as a
first,
store.
everybody. Enough already, Gene. Over here.
Take one more.
One more.
I got Bill.
Yeah.
I'll have to teach him never
Oh,
to
I know,
say
he's
that.
bad. He's bad.
You sitting back there?
He doesn't know. He won't remember.
I don't need to be in.
I wish it Canada or something.
Canada.
I'll take one.
Yeah, say sesquicentennial.
Yeah, here's all thing I wanted to picture.
Oh! We all know who said that,
Mary
Mary Lou.
Lou likes
It's,
sex.
it's recorded now.
Perfect flagpole. You know what? I think that probably goes.
It's rowdy. That they are.
No one's going to know about it because it's next song.
Hopefully we can edit that part out if it don't work.
Yeah, that's gonna be on.
I don't know, Mary Lou. That you're out there. You're out there now. You're out in left field.
What's wrong with that, Mary Lou?
Thanks, Matt. These are great pins. So, thanks, John.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matthew.
Are we not done?
No,
No.
we're just starting. We're starting. Okay.
Now you're gonna do that.
Get my speech out here. This one here. This one here. Okay. Okay. Moved by Deputy Mayor Faulkner, second by Councillor Anderson. The Town of Minto Committee of Whole convenes in the Committee of Adjustment. All in favor? Okay. Right. Okay, now we're here today on the Committee of Adjustment to do a minor variance, file number MV 2017-03 Dunlop. I will chair the public meeting and state publicly that any decision reached by this committee today cannot be used to set a precedent. Each application is considered by the committee is dealt with in its own merits, and no two applications are exactly the same. The public hearing is to consider minor variance on file number MV 2017-03 Dunlop. I will chair the meeting, and I'll call on the Secretary Treasurer to state the following.
Thank you, Chair Ridge. The subject property is described as Part Lot 21, Reference Plan 60R2593, Part 1, Concession 10, known as 9354 Blind Line in the Town of Minto. Purpose of the application is to permit construction of an attached garage and with a rear yard setback of 5.3 meters or 17.4 feet, whereas Section 8.5.2.4 of the zoning bylaw, as amended, requires 7.6 meters or 24.9 feet. Other zoning relief may be considered for the proposal where appropriate. Notices were mailed to property owners within 200 feet or 60 meters of the subject lands and applicable agencies on April 21st, 2017, posted on the subject lands and circulated to staff. Comments were received from the Town of Minto building inspector, who is here to summarize her report, and the county senior planner, Linda Redmond, and her report, or the report from the county staff, I believe, is in the package.
Okay. Stacey, would you like to come up?
Basically, this application is very, very simple. The notice said it all. It's a relief to the rear yard setback. Obviously, the existing house and the size of the proposed addition is dictating that relief be required. You can see a portion of the site plan submitted on the screen with the rear line of the property parallel to the rear portion of the garage, and you can see on the following page an image of the proposed addition and elevation. Basically, we have no concerns with the application at all. And Linda's on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
She finds it minor in nature and to conform to the intent of official plan and zoning. So, good.
Any questions for Stacey? Well, I have her here.
I have a question for Mr. Dunlop, if I may.
Well, he'll be. Would you want to do it now, or do you want to wait till his opportunity?
Okay, just a question on direction. So your garage door is going to face due west?
Close.
Yeah.
Okay, I can ask it later then.
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah. Well, okay.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
That's right. You're good. I think. And Linda's comments are there. I don't think anybody has any concerns there. I'll call on the applicant to make any comments to the county or the town staff. So if you want to come up, because Deputy Mayor Faulkner wants to know where your door is going. I don't know whether why he wants that information, but we'll find out.
You just have to drive past my place.
Yeah, no, I just
No, I
wanted to
can't
be
find
clear
Oh, okay. You're,
for myself.
oh, for yourself.
I guess it would be, west. Yeah.
Due west.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Right. Any other comments you want to make on the application?
Nope.
Okay. Any other questions for?
Straightforward.
Well, Mayor Bridge, I don't have a question, but I have two decisions made. One would approve the application. One would deny the application. If council
Do you want
committee is inclined to approve, I could read the decision.
I think you can. I'll make a motion that we
go ahead with
read
that?
the approved.
And
Okay. Well, how about, I'll read it, and then if you just do a motion to approve it, then we're good to go.
Yep.
And I'll circulate it for you to sign. That council approves the application by Ernest Dunlop Jr. for property at Part Lot 21, Reference Plan 60R2593, Part 1, Concession 10, Town of Minto, 9354 Blind Line, to permit construction of an attached garage with a rear yard setback of 5.3 meters, whereas Section 8.5.2.4 of the zoning bylaw requires 7.6 meters. And the brief explanation of the effect of the written and oral submissions, which we are now required to do because of the province of Ontario, refers to the county's staff comments and the Minto staff comments. So if you are in favor, please sign, but you should have a vote on that.
Is everybody in favor of the motion? Great. Okay.
I'll second it.
Yeah, thanks. He seconded.
Okay. Seconded.
I moved.
Okay. There you go. You're done.
thank you
Thank you very much. And the next one up is a. You declared on this one. Yeah, sign that first, then we'll let you.
Then you go home.
Council Caldwell's declared a conflict on this one. Okay, this is for a minor variance.
Bill?
Okay. MV 2017-04 McLaughlin. Any decision made by this committee cannot be used as a set of precedent. Each application considered by the committee is dealt with its own merits, and no two applications are exactly the same. A public hearing is here to consider minor variance, as I said, on file number MV 2017-04 McLaughlin. I will call on the Secretary Treasurer to state the following.
Thank you, Chair Bridge. The subject property is legally described as Part Lot 18, Reference Plan 61R6983, Part 1, Part 2, together with a right-of-way, Part 15, Concession 5. The municipal address is 6178 5th Line, Town of Minto. Purpose of the application is to permit construction of 2 detached residential accessory structures with a combined ground floor area of 556.2 square meters, or 5,984 square feet. Whereas per section 6.1.4 of the zoning bylaw, a maximum ground floor area of 176.5 square meters, or 1,900 square feet, is permitted, and to permit a two-story building height of 8.3 meters, 27 feet, whereas section 6.1.3 of the zoning bylaw permits a single-story accessory structure with a maximum height of 6.7 meters, or 22 feet. Other zoning relief may be considered for the proposal where appropriate. Notices were mailed to property owners within 200 feet or 60 meters of the subject lands and applicable agencies April 21st, posted on the property and circulated to staff the same date. Comments were received from the Town of Minto building inspector, who is here to summarize her report, and Wellington County senior planner, and her report was placed on your desk earlier this afternoon.
Okay. So when this notice went out, it was very quick timing, and I didn't really have full time to review some definitions in the bylaw, so my report reflects that. Basically, the definition for ground floor area does not include any porch area in a building, so it's basically just the main floor usable space. So if you look, these are just preliminary drawings and the dimensions aren't. It's my understanding that the applicant is kind of reviewing some of the dimensions, but basically if you look at the floor plan of this building, a considerable amount is porch area. In fact, the main floor area is only 3,000 square feet. So that's a considerable difference between the way the notice went out at 5,600. So it would be the 3,000 square feet plus the additional 384 for the other proposed accessory structure. So the smaller accessory structure is basically to replace one that was demolished recently and be relocated for pool storage. And this one proposed is intended for residential use, residential storage of accessory recreational vehicles and such. So that's important to note. The intent is not commercial as the neighboring property next door. And, excuse me, the intent is not commercial and there's no intent to put any residents in there. Also, it should be noted that the building height, after reviewing the definition of mezzanine in the zoning bylaw and the building code aren't really in line. So the zoning bylaw allows 40% of the ground floor area as a mezzanine without dictating it as a second story. So I've revised the decision both to approve and deny based on those comments. Maybe Bill could read it out when we get to that point, just to be clear. Yep. Basically, the building department doesn't have any concerns with the application. You can see the neighboring property. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with it. It does already have buildings, agricultural buildings, primarily, that far exceed the height and area of the structure. And we are, based on the applicant's submission, it is a residential use. So I just wanted to point out, because I know Linda did submit some comments based on the application prior to, and after discussing some of the definitions with her, she had revised her comments to reflect the same ground floor area and building height, which we had a lengthy discussion about. But I did want to point out one of her comments. The variance requested are considerable, and the committee should be satisfied that the application would maintain the general intent and purpose of the official plan and zoning bylaw, and it is minor in nature and would be desirable and appropriate for the development of the land. That's right from the Planning Act. So, any questions?
Yeah, just for my own interest, the height requirement, that kind of took me back a little bit. So is that have reference to the height of the house? Is that so that it blends in with the architecture of the? It's
the height specifically of an accessory building, and the idea is to limit the height so that it doesn't distract from the house. Like, because the building's supposed to be accessory. If it towered over the house, then it might be overwhelming. In this case, I think you can see by his design that was submitted that his intent is to keep within the nature of the property, make it look nice.
So what would the height of the house be?
I'm not sure. Is it a story and a half or?
2-story. No, it's full 2-story. That's why I was asking. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Oh, I think so.
So the definition of height is measured from the first floor up until halfway up the midpoint of the roof.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's how our zoning bylaw defines it.
Okay, thank you. I didn't know that.
I think you've done an excellent job of summarizing it and clarifying it. The short answer, or the short summary of it, is we applied for bigger variances in the circulation, and when we got reviewing it, the variances are actually smaller than needed. Yeah. So that's a good thing, because no one is who may have gotten notice should have an issue with the variances getting smaller. So, and just the accessory building rules, I think, are similar for all properties. Residential neighborhoods are similar. So, while this building is right next to huge silos and so forth, if you imagine the same building in a residential area or a rural area where there's more homes, then the idea is to keep the accessory building looking accessory. Yeah. Right. So, but I think we're all confident that this will work just fine in the context that we have here. So, But
Okay.
appreciate the comments from the county planner. I do have two decisions, one in favor and one opposed.
I'll make a motion that we read the one in favor.
I'll second that.
Second by Councilor Faulkner. So one.
And maybe if Mr. McLaughlin has anything to add.
Did you want anything to add?
Yeah, I guess not really. I guess really the reason of the size of it is the length is to get if you wanted to had a motorhome that you wanted to put in.
Yeah.
To get enough length, and a boat or whatever. It seems big, but when you drive something like that into a building, you're still pretty short in each end of the time you're done.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so whatever they can do, I appreciate it.
Yeah. No, we're good, I think.
The committee approves the application by Jim McLaughlin for property at Part Lot 18, Plan 61R 6983, Part 1, Part 2, with a right-of-way. Part 15, Concession 5, with a civic address of 6178 5th Line to permit construction of 2 detached residential accessory structures with a combined floor area of 314.4 square meters or 3,384 square feet. So that's quite a bit smaller. Whereas Section 6.1.4 of the zoning bylaw requires a maximum gross ground floor area of 176 square meters or 1,900 square feet, and to permit a 2-story building height of 8.3 meters, whereas Section 6.13 of the zoning bylaw permits a single-story accessory structure with a height of 6.7 or 22 feet. And the effect of the comments are as required by the province, are the county planner's comments and the town staff comments. So if we did a motion,
We have a
mover and
motion.
a seconder
We
on
have
that.
a motion.
Already done.
Okay.
Councilor Turton and Deputy Mayor Faulkner, all in favor? Opposed? Passed. And I'll send this around to everybody. Thanks.
Let's get at it, Jim.
Yep. Get her
Why wait
built.
till spring?
Get them built
Are you gonna make your sauerkraut in the
in the new one.
new
I
one?
would be doing it in the new, yeah. A little cleaner.
Well,
There you go.
the other one was gone.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
The other one was gone.
You signed it? Okay.
Motion to go into regular. Got it right there.
Yeah.
Moved by Councilor
You're welcome.
Thurston, second by Councilor Turton, that the Committee of Adjustment convenes a regular council meeting. All in favor? Carried. All right.
I'll go.
Moved by Councilor Caldwell, second by Councilor Dirksen, the Council of the Town of Minto ratifies the motions made in the Committee of the Whole. All in favor? Moved by Councilor Turton, second by Councilor Deputy Mayor Faulkner, that the bylaw number 2017-41, a bylaw to confirm the actions of the Council and the Corporation of Town of Minto respecting the meeting held May the 2nd, 2017. All in favor? Moved by Councilor Anderson, second by Councilor Caldwell. Council of the Town of Minto adjourns to meet at the call of the mayor.
One bylaw. Wow.
Yep.
Very unusual.
All in favor? Thanks for a great meeting, everybody. Thanks for keeping me out of trouble when I was gone.